Hello, YouTube? We're live again? I think we are. We are live. So the plan today is very simple. This engine has problems. In the MR2 video on my channel, you can hear what it sounds like, and it sounds very bad. So today the plan is we take this apart until we can hopefully figure out what the problem might be. Oh, there's people here already. Walrus, hello, Miss Mizahuri. And of course John is already here. #1 fan apparently, thanks John. Yeah, that's the plan. We find the problems with this. We're gonna take it all apart. Take all the manifolds off, take the timing covers off, take the oil pan off. We gotta take everything off and hopefully figure out what is making those terrible sounds. Sounds like a plan? Indeed it does. I'm always surprised at how fast people get here. Thanks for showing up, everyone. Today was my exam, but got holiday because of the rain. Where is it raining? I guess you could be anywhere. Oh, yeah, I think this is set up. It is set up. You guys will be able to see what I'm doing. I kind of set up that table at the back, so the important things that I take off, no, that direction, that table, I could put them on there. India. Oh yeah, I'm not in India. It's not raining here right now. I think I want to start with taking the exhaust manifold off because it is simply just bolts and it's easy. And it also needs to happen anyway. If you haven't seen the video where I tried to run this engine, you should probably watch that. The sounds are crazy. Doesn't it rain like every other day in BC? No, we barely get rain here. At least in the part of BC that I'm in. I think maybe you're thinking about Vancouver. I'm not in Vancouver though. All right. Drinking game, every time I swap cameras, take a shot. You're gonna regret that. Do you have a suspect for what's wrong? Well, hopefully it's just like the bearings are completely worn out. I don't know. Or I'm gonna find something under the timing cover. I really have no idea. I'm hoping that it's not a major thing that's gonna be unfixable. That's the hope. We're hoping for something with the bearings or something under the timing cover that's making these noises that I do not like. Let's see if these bolts come out. I did spray them. I put some of this stuff on again. So hopefully they just come right out. Oh, yeah. Look at that. No problem. Okay, that one's just a nut. This one's a bolt. Yeah, that one's a bolt. This one's a stud and a nut. And then this one looks like a bolt. I feel like this must have been taken off somewhat recently because that came off way too easy. I watched it, sounded like a construction site inside the engine. Yeah, it kind of did. Narrator's voice, but it was. I don't know what it was. This came off so easy. There's no way this hasn't been taken off at some point. Oh, there's still a bolt in it. Okay, another bolt. There's my exhaust manifold. And yeah, that gasket doesn't look like it's been on there a really long time. That looks rather new. I want to say that the Tercel one did not look like this. Pixelated subrat. So to be honest, I love computers and understand almost everything, but engines, yeah. Yeah, I don't claim to fully understand this stuff either. This is a learning experience for me as much as it is anyone watching this. I'm gonna put this somewhere. Okay, we'll save that for later. Engines are just computers with oil.
Nice garage. Pimp this ride, bro.
Chatters. What the heck? Nice garage. Pimp this ride, bro. Thanks. It's there it is. It's up there. It's above it. YouTube's gonna take 30% of that, but I really appreciate the 20 bucks. I will be buying parts for this car with it. Thank you, Simon Stevenson. Hey, YouTube car techs out there are speechless seeing that manifold come off like that. There's no way that has, like, there's an inspection sticker on this car from 2022, I think. They must have had it off, like, around that time. There's no way that has been on there since this car was made. There's 0% chance. I would have to think so anyway. Okay, intake manifold. Should we keep going? It's going well so far. All right. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, thank you again, Simon Stevenson. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lol. Pixelated subreddit. Yeah, it just pulled right out when I tried to grab onto it. Intake side. Let's take this off. Hopefully this goes as easy as the exhaust one did. Can I even get to these bolts? I hope so. I would have fallen backwards, so you're good. Yeah, I didn't fall over. Okay, we need a smaller socket for this. And I need to be able to get to those bolts somehow. This might be a ratchet type of deal. I don't think this is gonna fit in there. No, not a chance. All right, ratchet time. What's everyone doing today? How is your days going? What's happening? Tell me something, guys. There's 17 people here. I appreciate you. Okay. Short 12mm socket. This one. That is tightening. We want to loosen these. I'm looking at these bolts right here. I'm gonna put some gloves on before I get my hands extremely dirty like last stream. Gotta study physics, bro. I hate exams. Yeah, physics was the one class I actually did like. Not that I did amazing in it, but it was enjoyable. I didn't like English class. It's just another Monday at the office for me. That's not bad. Okay, this one's a little bit tighter. Also, okay, there it goes. Okay, this one here. Okay, is there bolts? There's bolts on the bottom of this too. There's like 16 bolts holding us on. So, that's cool. A fair number of them are loose already. I mean, I love the concepts, but numericals? Yeah, I like the concepts and learning that kind of stuff. I didn't like the math either. That was kind of my experience with physics too. I'm assuming you were talking about the math. Okay, top ones are all not tight anymore. Let's try the bottom ones. Just 2 likes, come on guys. Chad Vander Linden 9548. Chad Vander Linden. He's telling you gotta like the stream. Alright, there's more bolts on this side. There's bolts down here. See, these ones we need the extension for. Alright, here's number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Okay, everything's coming off. Now I just need to actually turn them the rest of the way. There's number 1. Bolt number 2. Number 3. And number 4. Alright, just the top bolts. I have some curling club camera system upgrades I want to do, but it's currently being used as an evac center for the wildfires. Might not be able to get in there for a while. Yeah. Which fire is that because of? I know the like Penticton Convention Center is all full of people too. I saw a little bit of the Summerland fire. I was in Penticton that day. West Side Road. I would have to look that up on the map. I don't know where that is off the top of my head. Howdy, ScuffedBits and all. Hello, Melter of Snowflakes, you're back. I recognize your name. Where is the thing for the ratchet that makes it turn? I would like to have that. I think it might still be in the toolbox. It was indeed still in the toolbox. Yeah, I do recognize you. Melter of Snowflakes. What's with the inconsistencies on this? That one was just a nut. And these ones are bolts. The exhaust was like this too. Everything's different. Completely unaware of if you can even see this. That one was a bolt. Also, this just fell off. I don't know what this fell off of, but it seems like maybe important. I guess I will keep this. I would really like to know where this fell off of, though. If anyone knows what this might have come off of, please let me know. There's a hole here, and it's a cylinder, and there's nothing on this side. You need to do something with your computer tools and organize them, yeah. Melter of snowflakes, that is a good idea. Another bolt. And I think there's two more over here. Okay, last bolt, and everything is falling off now. Everything's gonna fall. So I should probably hold this up. That one was just a nut. That wasn't even a bolt. Okay, there's still tubes on this. That's a problem. Can this go back on? Okay. You know what I'm slightly concerned about is I did not find the nut that fell on the ground. One of them fell. What does the writing say on top? On top? Like up here? It says Toyota 1.6 liter twin cam 16 valve. So there's 16 valves. There's a cam in here, there's a cam in here, and the displacement is 1.6 liters. And over here it says TViz. On the mystery piece? Oh, on the mystery piece, that makes more sense. Where did I put the mystery piece? Here it is. It says A16IN. It says A16IN. Or, no, AISIN. AISIN. That's what it says. So if you know what that might be, let me know. It's plastic. Okay, let's take these tubes off. These tubes between the intake and the engine block. I need to see a flat screwdriver. And I also need pliers. Trash talk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My bad, got you on my TV. What's your bad? What did you do? I don't even know what you did. All right, there's tube number 1. Oh, there was coolant in those. All right. AI overview. Core member of the Toyota group of companies, looks like a breather or pressure valve of some sort. Yeah, I guess that could be possible. I don't even know where it came off of. It was just up here somewhere. It fell when I started taking the intake off. I thought that it might be one of the spacers for the fuel rail, but it is not. Those are all accounted for in the box over there. All right, this can come off now. This is the intake manifold. Take a good pic and search the image. I'm not too worried about it right now. I'll figure it out later. So that is where air goes in. You can't see in there. And it shoots it into the cylinders here. This is interesting. There is two holes per cylinder, which I'm pretty sure the Tercel, the manifold did not look like this. I replayed the video. It kind of looked like it fell from directly below the intake manifold. All right, we'll figure it out later. I'm not that worried about it. I'm pretty sure the manifold off of the Tercel, the two valves per cylinder, they were combined. So this is a little bit different. Yeah, 8 runners per cylinder, interesting. 8? How is it 8? Per cylinder? For 4. Yes, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I think. Whoa, this is different. This is so different. I'll show you what I just looked at. This is nothing like the other engine. There's things that can open and close down here. Is that what the T-Viz is? There's like a solenoid or something here that moves this, and it can shut off half of the intake to each cylinder. The Tercel definitely does not have this technology. Oh, and this is like a separate piece too. This can come off. Okay, I'm gonna put this down. That is cool. And then in here, again, there's no way this has been on here for very long, this gasket. This looks brand new. And there's the actual intake. This is pretty much what the Tercel looks like. And I'm just noticing that's missing a thing that all these other ones have. I will look for, I wonder if that's stuck to one of the, it must be stuck to one of the injectors. Those are butterfly valve for the throttles, one for low RPM and a set for high RPMs. It would seem so. Worrying with the variable valve timing. I don't think this engine has variable valve timing. I don't believe it does. Am I crazy? So T-Viz is Toyota Variable Induction System. Boosts low-end torque without hurting high-end RPM horsepower. So this is the thing with the valves. At higher RPMs, it opens up the second half of the intake. But the 4AGE does not have variable valve timing, I don't think. Oh, no, maybe it does? What are we talking about? Later versions of it, specifically the 20 valve silver top and black top variants. That is not what I have. Yeah, mine is a 16 valve. Yes. So 16 valve engines do not have variable valve timing, but the newer ones do. Okay. So what I do have is T-Viz. That's the valves. So when it gets higher RPMs, it adds more intake capacity. What I do not have is variable valve timing. We have learned things about my engine. This thing's already looking a lot smaller. Like, without the manifolds on it, it's looking a lot more manageable already. Shall we take off the alternator? Might as well. All right, looks like we just need to take off this bolt, possibly. What size do we think that it is? 14 millimeter. Our Equinox 2.4 liter has VVT on the intake and the exhaust. Our Impala 3.5 liter, strange for a pushrod engine, has variable valve timing on the intake but no variable intake runners. Interesting. All right, alternator. Bolt here, and there's a bolt at the bottom. They're not 14 millimeter, they are 12 millimeter. If I can reverse the ratchet. Top bolt, bottom bolt. The bottom one is not 12, no, it is 12 millimeter. Okay. Alternator, bolt, and nut. And we got this one. And there goes the belt too. So this has been remanufactured. That's what it says on here. AC Delco remanufactured in Mexico for General Motors. I'm gonna keep these bolts with this so I don't lose them. Stick that through there. And this one actually can thread directly into the alternator. All right, the box is getting a little full. This is the parts box. It's getting a little bit full. I might have to redistribute some of this stuff somewhere else. And there's that piece from the block. I'll put this back. I'm probably gonna lose these off of here, actually. Maybe I should keep them with the injectors. I'll probably pull all of these off and keep them with the injectors. It's probably smarter. I've already tried to lose some bolts. They all just fell out of the fuel rail. All right, that is sorted. My old Aurora had twin cams per bank and 4 valves per cylinder, but no variable timing. Beautiful 4-liter V8, best part of the car. Well, and the seats were super comfy, but the repair bills were ruinously expensive. What do I need to do next? Probably take the oil pan off. And, no, I want to take the head off. Let's take the timing covers off. We'll take the head off and we'll do the oil pan last. Because the oil pan is where I'm hoping that I find the problems. I'm hoping that it's bearings down there. Spend as much time fixing the car as I did buying it. Sounds about right. Timing cover. Why is there so many washers on these? Look at that. It's just stacked up with like 4 washers on each of these bolts. I have no idea why. Timing belt. And this bottom cover, I don't think it can come off at the moment. No, the bottom cover can't come off with the water pump on there, I don't think. Okay, that one's just gonna stay there for now. Because somebody else has been in there. Yeah, someone's been in here. Someone's been in here. That is true. Water pump? I guess we'll take the water pump off. That seems like possibly a good idea. Let's see. Slightly confused as to how the water pump is even attached. There's bolts at the back. And there's a bolt to the front, but I don't see how you get to the bolts with this pulley on it. Oh, it makes wonderful sounds when you do this. Probably did the belt look snug? Yeah, I would think so. I dearly miss my charcoal gray 88 Mazda RX-7. This thing has definitely... I would not be surprised In fact, I'm pretty confident this engine has been out of this car before. Just based on the fact that the manifolds have new gaskets on them, and also the car is 470,000 kilometers on it, I'm pretty sure. I think it's up around there, so it's pretty high kilometers. Gee, I wonder what OS you like. What are we talking about? Operating systems? I like... What did I miss? Bun Runner 15. You missed, we took the manifolds off the engine. We took the intake off, we took the exhaust off, we took the alternator off. We're looking for the problems. Wow, that's a lot of traveling. Yeah, like 470,000 kilometers. What OS do I like? I mostly use Windows 11 because it works for things I need to do on computers. I've also used Bazzite and Linux Mint a bit. I never got into OS X. I never really used Macs. The Mac is unplugged in the other room. I traveled with it. I'm typing this on an old modified Dell tower. That sounds cool. Water pump. Whoa, why is this missing a bolt? There's a bolt snapped off in the water pump. That's a bolt, that's a bolt, that's a bolt. That's a snapped off bolt in the water pump pulley. That is not ideal. Can I still take that off? Someone's been in this thing. Quite a bit, I'm learning. Yeah. They broke this bolt off in here and did not bother to remove it from the pump. The pulley did come off though. You should be able to pull the other 3 screws. Yes, that did work. What do we want to do next? Should we take the main crank pulley off? I'll probably need an impact gun for that, which means air. We need air. Let's take that off. I will now immediately turn the air back off, because that is probably the biggest bolt we will take out today. There we go. Pulley and bolt. And this comes off now too. We get more look at the timing. Let's take this last cover off. So we can see the entire timing belt now. I'm definitely thinking we're not finding the noises here. Everything in here is very tight, very snug, seems all correct and proper. All right, let's go deeper. Success? Yes, this was successful. Plus my collection of machines of various, Windows machines of various vintages. Yes. I like when someone else has previously worked on, I hope they went the cause of the problems. Sometimes that's how you get the best deals. Yeah, I would rather work on something that no one has worked on before. I think, because you know everything's just the way it was from the factory. The Toyota Tercel definitely had a few people work on it, but everything was, they didn't do anything major. Everything was stock. They did maintenance and repairs. This car has been modified. This is beyond maintenance and repairs. This is like they've added an oil cooler. They've done all kinds of things to this car. Let's try to take off the head. Let's untension the pulley, take off the belt, and start taking out cams. I think that's what we do next. How do we untension the belt? How do we untension the belt? That is a great question. This isn't even a bolt. This is a... What kind of socket do you put on that? It's like a lot of points on that. What is this? Anyways, I will find something to try and take that off. There's the nut that I lost. It was sitting right there. I'll take that back. That goes with these bolts. It really is a cool old car. The pulley is slotted, yes. Yes, cool old car. Oil cooler is a good idea. Car repairs is way beyond my capabilities now. You say that, but you could probably do it. All right. Can I turn this with pliers? Because I definitely don't have a... No, that's not gonna work. I don't understand what kind of tool you need for this. Why is it like that? Is it possible the answer is just 12mm socket? Where's the 12? Undo the tensioner. I'm trying to, but it's got weird thing on it. I used to be able to work on my cars myself. Arthritis and shaking. Oh, fingers. Yeah, I didn't think about that at all. Yeah, I didn't think about that. So it's not from lack of experience. With 86 bucks, I find it hard to justify hanging on to nice hardware. So a Pentium 2 ThinkPad I can't seem to give up on. I have a IBM ThinkPad i-Series something. It must be a Pentium 3, Pentium 2 Celeron something. Windows 98. I feel like I talked about this last stream too. He fixed one car already onto another one. Yes. The other car was concluded, or I got it running and working about 5 months ago. 4 months ago. The Toyota Tercel. Okay, that doesn't work. It's smaller than a 12, bigger than a 10. Do we need an 11 millimeter socket? Does that exist? Do we have an 11 millimeter socket? I have an 11 millimeter wrench. No, that's too big. How does this work? Okay, 10 millimeter wrench. That is extremely tight. I don't think that's gonna turn. Like, that doesn't even turn a little bit. Oh, there it goes. That was really tight. Now you guys are talking about overclocking 450 megahertz CPUs. I never tried to overclock the ThinkPad. The only processor I've tried to overclock was... Oh, what was it? It was a Core i7 first generation Core i7. And I did the same thing to a Core i3. I don't think I've overclocked anything else. I could be wrong about that. i7 950. I'd like to overclock my Xeon. I wonder if I could overclock the dual Xeons in the Dell server. Probably not on the server motherboard. You need to make a liquid-cooled ThinkPad. Yeah, that would be cool. But make it within the form factor of the original ThinkPad shell. So, like, you gotta start with one of the bigger ones, like a P52 or something. I have a PowerEdge T130, I'll let you know. Lol. Yeah, the server I have is a PowerEdge R610, I think. R610. It's dual Xeons. I don't remember which ones. 96 gigabytes of RAM and a Quadro something. I do not remember this well enough. Now my modern CPUs are fast enough, I just let them do their own thing. Yeah, they're also closer to their, like, limit when you buy them now, I feel like. I think the, like, percentage of gains on overclocking has gone down, right? Because I got that, even that first generation Core i7, when you overclocked it, there was a very noticeable difference. Or, like, you could get a lot more out of it than stock. With zero effort, just turning up some numbers and having adequate cooling. I don't know, like, modern Intel chip, like, can you do the same thing on a 14900K? Because I feel like that first gen Core i7, I was getting, like, double-digit percentage performance increase. Hey mate, this motor is a big port 16 valve 4AGE. Yes, that sounds correct. The Ryzen 5 5500 overclock content is not a lot. So you're saying, like, it can't overclock much over stock? My 13900KF boosts to 5.99 gigahertz on its own. I'm happy. Yeah, fair enough. I have a 12900K at stock clocks, and it is more powerful than it needs to be already. Okay, let's take the pulley off. 5600G can overclock farther. Good to know. Okay. Timing belt can come off now. Tension is gone. Well, maybe. Most of the tension is gone. I wonder if we can get like a date on this, because that would tell us when this thing was like overhauled. I do not see one. No, there's no information on this belt. We know it's not original though. What is next? I'm just trying to organize some of the bolts I took out. This is all intake manifold bolts. How can I keep these together? I need to put them in something. I need a storage system for this. Oh, maybe I'll just thread them back into the block. That seems like a good option. Because I definitely will not lose them if they are threaded in. This was never really a problem on the Tercel, and I never paid that much attention to where I left the bolts. But I would like to have these somewhat organized, not just in one big bucket. Alright, all the bolts are there, and put the nuts back on. Very nice. Hi, Robert. Hi, Bob. I guess I'm Robert now. That's becoming a trend, isn't it? There's 3 different people who call me Robert now. I have a friend looking for an upgraded CAD machine. I'm thinking a 2019 Mac Pro Tower would be a sneaky, cheap solution. I have no idea. I know nothing about the Mac Towers. Isn't that platform kind of gonna die off soon though? Because they're not gonna keep supporting the Intel stuff, are they? And the Mac Pro, 2019 Mac Pro, that would be an Intel thing? Am I wrong? If you're gonna buy into the Mac system, I think it'd make more sense to buy into the Apple Silicon. Or, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Yes, 2019 is Intel. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I doubt they're gonna keep releasing macOS versions for that much longer. I mean, we're already on year 7 of that thing's existence. Yeah. I was gonna say something else and I forgot what it was, so we'll go back to the engine. Could run Windows on it? Yep, that's true. He could run Windows on it. I wonder how many people bought Mac Pros, the 2019 Mac Pros, to run Windows on it. It's dead, but so is most CPUs running CAD. You can run Windows on it. These wouldn't be online, I don't think. Okay, there's our answer. Could run Windows on it. What's the 4AG doing? It's being taken apart. We're disassembling it. Everything's coming off, including the water pump. Right? Now. Okay, that's a 10 mil. This is a 10 mil. That one's a 10 mil. This one is a 12 mil. They put one different bolt on the water pump. Just one. Oh, and of course there was one more left, and that one is back to a 10 mil. Oh, there's fluids. We're losing fluids again. Lovely. Do you have your Haynes handy for reference? No. I should probably get a manual. I have yet to obtain one for this engine. That is a lot of fluid. There was a lot in there still. It's puddling. We're making a mess. Let's see if we can pry the water pump off. It is bolted on to this tube at the back, and it has a bolt in it, so I think we should take the bolt out. Potentially. Okay, there's something still attaching this. There's another bolt. Is it 12 mil or 10 mil? It's 10 mil. Okay, there's actually more bolts. I'm actually missing a lot of bolts. I think it's time to take this engine mount off. I've had a few old Power Macs and Mac Pros, gave those to people that could use them. My nephew now has a single CPU Power Mac, G4 867 megahertz. I used to have a iMac G3 300 megahertz, 350 something. It was the Bondi Blue, the first color they made, and it was, I think it was a slot loader CD tray. So I know they made them slot load and tray load. The last of the CRT iMacs. I don't have it anymore though. 10 mil, 12 mil bolts back as you go, so you know which is which. Yes, that is a great idea. I think I had one of those, wish I had kept it. Yeah, I used to have one, I did not keep it. See, these bolts are tight. I suppose that makes sense given they hold up the entire engine. We're out of air pressure. Oh, I forgot to switch the camera. You're just looking at my back. There you go. Or I'm taking off the engine mount. but I need a shallower socket. A 14 millimeter socket. 17. This one is a 14. Engine mount. Gone. And I'll thread these bolts back in here, so I do not lose them. Can't handle tech talk. That's because you're no fun, Bob. True, John. This is becoming a theme of the streams. Alright, I keep getting distracted from my goal, which is to remove the water pump. How many times have I gotten distracted from removing the water pump because other things were in the way? Well, it's removed. The dipstick is in the way though, but I think it can come off. I didn't switch the cameras again. John, yeah, I gotta get on this whole streaming thing. Man, what am I doing? Possibly this is attached at the bottom. Not enough distraction, to be honest, Law, but it's understandable. It's usually my problem with the streams is I'm too focused on streaming that I don't do the engine stuff. Today I'm too focused on the engine stuff to do the streaming. Amateur hour? Yeah, it is amateur hour. Did I switch it? I did switch it. See, I got it that time. Why do I have a 13 millimeter socket out? Why do I even have that? No, that doesn't help me with this. This should just come out. Okay, let me put this bolt back. This doesn't even help. What I need is pliers and to just pull that thing off. I got coolant on my leg. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. The oil thing, dipstick, and the water pump. They're both removed. Give me a remote camera switcher? Yeah. I should give you a... That would be cool if someone else could do it remotely. There's definitely a way to set that up. I may not be able to do that right now, but I can probably make you a moderator. Add as moderator. Standard. Okay, John is now a chat moderator. You've got responsibilities now. I mean, I've never had a problem with my chat, but if they are a problem, it's now your problem, John. You're too consistent. You're always here for the streams. So something I've realized. Oh, there's a whole FAQ I gotta read now. Did it actually give you like, what did it do? I've never been moderator on any channel. I don't even know what it does. Sure, why not? I think you were trying to be, that's interesting. It's censored here. I didn't do that. But that's fine. You don't even have to worry about that. Gave me a pop-up, learn about my responsibilities. Okay. So this chat is automatically censored because this is different on the actual YouTube chat. Interesting, interesting. I used to be an IRC. I should know what that stands for. I've known what it stands for before, and I don't know now. Admin for a tech personality. Thankfully, that job is long over with. So what I was trying to tell you, what I realized is that all the 10mm bolts should have stayed on here. I only needed to take out the 12mm ones. Internet relay chat. Thank you very much. That's what I was looking for. So what I'm doing right now is just putting the 10mm bolts back into the water pump because they never needed to come off. Okay, maybe that bolt is shorter. Maybe this was a bad idea. This bolt should go here. Yes, that is what I wanted. I'm trying to get organized. I hate responsibilities. Don't worry, I won't make you a moderator. My desk is dirty. I think something fell onto the floor when pump came off. Wasn't sure if you noticed. Did it? I mean, a bunch of water came out. Or coolant. I don't think anything important fell. There's nothing here. Oh, this fell. I'm not quite sure what that is off of. Some kind of gasket or possibly one of the pieces on the plastic covers. Like timing belt cover gasket. Piece of that. Because like some of these had, I don't know, came off of something. I'd be a terrible mod. The power goes right into my head. Yeah. I trust John. Yeah, it was probably just that. Okay. Thanks, John. Do we take the cams out next? Is that what we do? Should I put the water pump bolts back in so I don't lose them? I don't know which one came from where. These were all water pump bolts though. Okay, those bolts are all the same, and the one that's different goes on the other side. So I'm not gonna lose those, And I'm not going to lose this one because I'm also going to put this one back. There we go. Very nice. Let's start taking everything off. I agree. Let's take the valve covers off. This will be an interesting part, probably, hopefully. Valve covers. So I've taken one of these off earlier, but I put it back on. All right, I dropped both of those. Don't worry though, they're right here. Now, this is a very important thing that I failed to do on the Tercel when I did that engine. These need to come off now. All of these little rubber things, I dropped one of these working on the Tercel and I never found it. I do not know where it went. And if you take the valve cover off with them still on, there's a chance that they fall into the engine, which is not what I want. Now, this one already has them gone, so that valve cover will just come off. And this is its gasket. Valve cover number 2 has not been removed since I've had this, so I do need to pry up the rubber. Bob No Fun's gonna want to start cutting hoses and cables pretty quick. No, we don't. There's no hoses and cables left to cut. Can we, John? No, we cannot cut the hoses and cables. It looks great in there. It doesn't look bad. Here's what we've got under the valve cover. One cam. It looks fine. Everything looks just fine. I don't think the problem is up here. Okay, rubber number 1. All of these need to come out. Wow, this song is repetitive. I am skipping this song. Alright, hopefully this is a bit better. When you get to head undo bolts in sequence, crack them all first. Yes, we will do that. The goal is to only take the head off this engine once. Unlike on the Tercel project, I did it twice. Hopefully we do everything correct the first time on this one. Or we find out that this engine is no good, and if we find out that this engine is no good, then we buy an engine that doesn't need any work. Maybe a Honda engine. I don't know. Or V8 Chevy LS in Toyota MR2. All right, last piece of rubber that needs to come off. There it is. All right, they're all out. Oh, and that came off easy. The other one did not come off that easy the first time. Do gaskets look pretty new as well? Yeah, these also, they have been replaced at some point somewhat recently. Someone has been in this thing not that long ago. Someone was trying to get it running. They must have done all this work to do everything to this engine, and then I don't know what they did wrong, but they gave up after. Hopefully we find the reason they gave up in this stream. I just noticed, give me a remote camera switcher post power move. Post power move, what does that mean? I don't know. That would be cool though if I could have someone remotely do the camera switching for me. Everything also looks perfectly fine up here. These do turn as well. I would hope so. This engine was running before I took it apart. Okay, the head bolts are down there. The head bolts are under the cams, so we need to take the cams out to get to the head bolts. I suppose there's nothing else to do but take the cams out. Maybe I'm gonna take the pulleys off and take this plate off, actually. I think that'll make things easier. Yes, Bob No Fun, that is the exact plan. I didn't want to cut the hoses and tubes and things, but today you're exactly right, Bob. Keep pulling stuff off, let's get to the bare bones. We're going to see the pistons today. In this stream, we will see the pistons of this engine. That is the goal. This is not powerful enough for this. No. Not at all. All right, this is 14 millimeter. That happens to already be what's on the impact. See, the air has the power we needed. Should I know which one of these came off of which side? Should I mark that maybe? This one was here. Okay, that one was there and this one was here. Yeah, okay, they're already marked. Left, right, arrow. Wait a minute. Did I rotate this one? Both are facing down. Is that how they were before? I mean, I'll have the stream to look at. Should be marked. They are marked. This one is marked left. This one is marked right. But this can go on two different directions. Like this one can go this way too, but that's wrong. That would be wrong. So I'm hoping that they both came off from here. I'm gonna take a picture of that. I have to use my phone to take a picture of it though, so you're gonna get a green screen for a second. You're going to have to look this stuff up. The L was at the top of the left one before you took it off. All right, so everything is as it was before. Everything is the same currently. So the picture I took should be accurate then. Is that correct, John? I took a picture of it just like this. Yes. All right, perfect. It's already marked. We don't need to worry about it. John is my new personal assistant. I backed up the video to check. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, these are really short. There we go. There's one more. Oh, the camera's gone. What happened? Someone's calling me. That's what happened. That's why the camera's gone. I'm gonna figure out why I was being called. And the cover's gone. That's good. Amateur hour again, yeah. We're bringing back amateur hour. First, amateur streaming. How do my hands get dirty in the gloves? I had gloves on the whole time. I don't understand how this happens. And my knockoff, probably stolen AliExpress Pokemon desk pad is all oily now. Not the Pokemon. Moderator personal assistance kind of feels like how I got volunteered to run the Curling Cup streaming. Just happened. Well, I appreciate it. I'm sure the Curling Club appreciates it too. Why is somebody else calls when busy working on something? I don't know. I hope you guys are like doing something at the same time as watching this. You're not just spending 3 hours watching me disassemble an engine. I'm a photographer and a free dog sitter, so I'm not totally useless. I get paid nothing for any of this. Well, that's nice of you. Where the Tercel at? I just got here, so I'm just asking. Wiener 5320. The Tercel is parked outside. It is currently full of things I need to take to the electronics recycling. And I will do that tomorrow morning when they are open. John. My office rig runs triple monitors, so doing lots of stuff. Perfect. I'm cooking out as we speak. Amazing things going on. Cooking. What are you cooking? I want to know what you're cooking. Oof? What's wrong? What's oof? You're saying, about the Tercel being parked outside? OSX man is high. Great. Steak and ribs? That sounds good. I was working on my own MR2 earlier while watching. You have one too. Sure, why not? 6259? That's cool. Twitch over there, IRC and Discord over there, and YouTube right here. Perfect. Alright, I tried to text the person who called and they did not say anything, so we will continue. Any Scuff classics going to e-waste? No. I'm recycling a amplifier that does not work properly and I do not care to fix, and a some laptops that do not even slightly function, and there's no useful parts on them, and I want to say there's some other just things I do not need. I have a loose motherboard from a laptop with no parts on it. Got rid of a dead Toshiba laptop, stripped for parts. But will there be a new free computer? Yes, John, I don't know how you predicted this. When I was there at the recycling place, last time I was there is a new free computer that has not yet been revealed on the channel. I picked it up. It seems to be Intel, I want to say 2nd gen. It's got 2 DVD players in it. It works, it turns on. I didn't put an operating system on it yet. It came with 8 gigs of RAM in it, and a full-size ATX motherboard. So yes, there will be a new free computer. This is not the tech channel. Yes, it is the tech channel, Bob. Everything's on the same channel. Woohoo, new free computer. Yes, Melter of Snowflakes, new free computer. We will look at that later on, not today. Cooking and watching too. I love your stuff, so molus frites. Thank you, Simon Stevenson, 2850. Back to the engine. Yes. Spoilers. Yes, Tester 239. Spoilers. There's a new free computer. My Optiplex 790 runs an i5 2500. That free computer is probably also 2nd gen i5. I don't know though. Probably is that though. Let's get to the pistons. We need to take the all the bolts on the top. Okay, I need to put my phone back on the camera. We need to take out the cams, then we need to take out the head bolts, then we can take the head off of the block. All right. Now, these do need to be organized in a way that I will put things back in the correct spots. Wow, I got this dirtier than I wanted to. All right. We're taking out these. Now, they are labeled 2, 3, 4, 5, and the arrows face the pulleys. So all of this stuff is all labeled and I don't have to worry about it. Let's take a picture of it quickly though. Okay, I have taken my picture, so now I can see in the picture all the labels on all of the caps above the cams, and I will know where to put them back in. The pistons in the cylinder go up and down, up and down. Yes, they do. I don't know if you're supposed to start from the outside in on these or inside out. I'm starting outside in. Cams are loose. Oh, there's more. I didn't take off the end ones. Those probably should have been the first ones. right, I'm gonna lay these all out in the exact order I take them off of here, even though they're labeled. They will all go onto this blue towel back here. There's some lines in these. Can I get that to focus? Like, that's not the best. I mean, they're not deep, but it doesn't seem ideal. This one's the worst. That one's got some lines in it. Oh, but unlike the Tercel, oh, no, this is like the Tercel. There's no bearings in here. This is just always, this will be how it is. This bearing is not replaceable. And I did not loosen one of the bolts. Doesn't look too bad to me. It's not terrible, but there is definitely some noticeable lines in it. I've yet to find anything that will make me not use this engine. Here is cam number 1. Oh, that's kind of stuck in there. Why doesn't the cam come out? Does this cam come out? Why don't the cams come out? What am I missing here that's making the cams not come out? The heck? Oh. Okay, maybe I should have paid attention to the, like, loosening bolt order, because it was just kind of wedged in there. Maybe I should have paid more attention to the order that I loosened the bolts in. They kind of wedged themselves. But they did come out just fine. I feel like those cams are longer than the Tercel ones. Is that possible? Like, I think the actual cams are longer. Here's the buckets and shims. All in place. Is that crack? No, it's not a crack. Okay. This is how the distributor is timed? I've never seen this before, because the Tercel engine is not like this. This goes onto a gear on the cam, and that turns the distributor. The Tercel does not have a distributor. I've never seen an engine with this setup before. That's interesting. Head bolts. What kind of bolts are these? Are they triple square? Are they double hex? What kind of bolts are the head bolts? I can't even see them. Oh, I don't have the tool for this. That's neither. That is neither of the things that I thought they might be. That's like a... It goes around the outside. There's not a hex on there. So, do I have a tool for this? I am unaware. Okay. That is interesting. Thank you, YouTube. I really appreciate this. Right tool for the right job. 12-point socket. Yeah, seems like it might be something like that. Why, YouTube? Why do you do this to me? Well, I'm still streaming. Yeah, we're back. We're back. All right. 4 AGE head bolts. 4 AGE head bolts. M10 by 1.25 thread. To remove or install factory OEM head bolts, 10mm 12-point double hex socket. 10mm 12-point socket. Yeah. Oh, and someone in chat just said that. I could have just listened to you. Let me find out if I have a 12-point 10mm socket. I'll be right back. These sockets are 6-point. These sockets are 6-point. All of the sockets are 6-point. This is somewhat of a problem. All of the sockets are 6-point sockets. Let me find out if we have 12-point sockets. I think majority of AutoZone Duralate's black socket come with 12-point. I do not have those ones. Head bolts might be stretch bolts, which would need new ones. Yes. That's how they are on the Tercel. I've bought 2 sets of bolts already for that car. Hopefully... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we have 12-point sockets yet. We can take off the oil pan, though, so maybe we'll work on that. And we might actually find our problems in the oil pan. If it's the bearings down there, which it kind of sounded like. Alright, it sounds like we don't have 12-point metric sockets. I might have to obtain those, and the head might come off in a different stream. My last OTP code, like 2-factor code, had 4 of the same number in it. That seems very unlikely. What was wrong with this engine? I'm new here, sorry. So I have a video on my channel called I Bought a 1988 Toyota MR2 AW11, and the engine sounds, there's crazy noises. I don't know how to describe them, you just have to watch the video. But it does not sound healthy. I guess you're visiting the recycling center and the AutoZone and the Auto Store tomorrow. Yes, we'll be going to Lordco. You're just looking for reasons to stream more? I'm not complaining. BRB then? They're not open. We can't go right now. Head bolts will not happen today, unfortunately. I know I said we were going to see the pistons and I lied. maybe we can get a look at the pistons from the bottom. I got 00000 for a 2-factor code once. That's crazy. Yeah, the last OTP code I got it was a 6-digit code and 4 of the digits were the exact same. I don't want to flip this over because all the buckets and shims are going to fall out of the top too. So I need to get an organization system. I don't have my camera. Okay, look at the black screen for a little bit. I can't flip the engine over like this because the buckets and shims will fall out of the top and then they will all get mixed up as to which one is supposed to be where. So I don't want to flip this over. Maybe we can take the oil pan off without flipping it over. Just take it straight off the bottom, I'm thinking. Or maybe we can turn it. Okay, it can't turn that way. Maybe we can put it like, that's coolant. Okay, I'm not worried about more coolant coming out. I am worried about getting oil all over the floor again. Let's turn this to here. Engine sideways now. Let's take off the oil pan. Why don't we? These are 10 millimeter. Half of them are bolts and half of them are nuts on studs. That one has a Phillips. These are mismatched. One of these has a Phillips on it. Look at that. This thing's a mess. Well, I mean, clearly there's no gasket in here, but it just straight up has a complete mismatch of bolts in it. And this is stuck in the socket. Someone's been in that oil pan before lots of RTV? Yes. Yes. Phillips screw in the oil pan is crazy work. I agree. Phillips screw in the oil pan. Oh, I guess we ran out of lo-fi. We're onto the chiptune music now. This has gotta be like double or triple the number of bolts that the Tercel has for the oil pan. Like, there's a lot of bolts on this thing. That doesn't seem right. Wonder how a screw got in there. It is still a bolt. Shims will have to be redone. They are horrible. Get expert to do them. Huh? What are you talking about? Did you drain the oil? I drained most of the oil. Shims will have to be redone. They are horrible. Get expert to do them. Why? That doesn't seem right. Wonder if a screw got in there. Yeah. It is a bolt that just has a Phillips on it for some reason. Sounds like rod knocks me. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that we're gonna find a really loose bearing down here and we will just have to fix that. And that it didn't destroy anything in the process of being loose. Yeah, you might find why this engine is no good. Whoever has been messing with it obviously didn't care or had no clue what to do. They were definitely not doing it 100% perfectly, that's for sure. Lots of RTV, yes. At least you're not dealing with inverted PAL nuts, which tool costs $200 US. You can find it as no longer made. Magnavox, I'm going to try and make a tool to get them off, yeah. You have to make your own tool for it. It's unfortunate. All right, I can't see that one. There's so many bolts in this. They're every 2 inches, there's another bolt in the oil pan. Hopefully that means that it is less likely to leak. All right, I can't get to that one because the oil cooler connection is in the way. There's a thing down here that connects to the oil cooler, and I need to take that off before we can continue. I accidentally just tightened it. Let's not do that. Okay, that is the connection that goes to the oil cooler. Okay, there's also was a copper washer in there. I need to remember to put this back. It would be very nice to remember to put the copper washer back. Or the oil pan lip and bottom of the block are no longer true and flat to each other. That is a possibility. We're gonna hope that's not true. Valve clearance has to be just right. Measure, if not, different size shim put into right measures. This is the problem we had on the Tercel. If you watch that series, I learned all about how you cannot just change all the valves in the engine and expect things to be fine. You do have to adjust the shims. I am aware of that. Because I didn't know about that at all. And I tried to run the engine without adjusting any of the shims and it ran really bad. So I got everything within spec and that engine started, it was good after that. This one, we'll have to check that stuff after we're putting it back together. So yes, you're correct. We do need to know about the valve clearances. All right, all the bolts are out of the oil pan. So I'm gonna flip this back vertical just so that whatever oil is still in the oil pan doesn't go everywhere. And then we will look at the bottom. So let me put this back vertical. And now we need a pry bar or something to get that off. Last time I tried to do this on the Tercel oil pan, it was very well glued on, so hopefully this one can pop off, not as difficult. There is nowhere to pry this from. Maybe over here? I don't want to mess up the threads on that. Oh, there's a thing right here. This is perfect. Just need the RTV to get out of the way. Maybe a screwdriver to get it started with, too. Man, I can't get anything in there. You know what? There might actually be a gasket in there. They just also put a lot of RTV on it. I think that right there is a gasket. So they bought a gasket. They just also put excessive amounts of RTV in it. I cannot get this in here. There it is. Now it's gonna come off. We got it. Yeah, there's still a bit of oil in there. There's metal in here. There's a lot of metal in here. Can you see that? There's a lot of metal in here. That's like significant amounts of metal. You see all the reflections off that? That is a lot of metal. That's chunks. That's not even small metal. It's big chunks of something. I spilled the oil. I did this so I wouldn't spill it, and I still managed to spill it. That's chunks. That's not good. There's so many chunks in the oil pan. It's not feeling too good. No. No, Ross. No, Ross, it's not. Good thing you're pulling it apart? Yeah, it is a good thing, huh? Ouch. Yeah. That's a lot of metal. I was expecting maybe a little metal, but that's a lot of metal. Hopefully the bearings, yeah, Wiener, hopefully the bearings chewed up, and that's where all of the metal came from and nothing else is damaged. That's what we're hoping for. That's a lot of metal. This is oil disposal. Is it steel or aluminum? Great question. Do I have a magnet? Let me get a magnet. It's definitely picking something up. It does seem like there's at least something not aluminum in here. The magnet is picking things up. Okay. I'm gonna pour the oil into this now. Here's a good test. There's some chunks. Yeah, that is all attracted to the magnet. So all of this stuff is going onto the magnet. That big chunk was also steel. Check the oil pickup. There's nothing on the oil pickup, it looks fine. There's nothing stuck on it or anything. Like that right there was a big chunk of something. I should not have put that thing on the table. That is dirty. Let's see what these bearings look like. Okay, how do I flip this over without losing all the shims at the top? Should I put the cam back in? Temporarily reinstall cams? That one came from this side. Is that the cover for the oil pan or the transmission? That is the oil pan off the engine. This is looking like it could become a motor swap project. Yes, it is. Let's see what the rest of this looks like down here. I mean, the engine does have 475,000 kilometers. What was I doing? I'm gonna temporarily put some of the cams back in and flip it over. I'm putting the cams in so I don't lose the buckets and shims. Okay, I need to rotate this. I took my gloves off and didn't put them back on again. Put a lawnmower engine. I don't know about that. We're gonna want... This one may only make 100 horsepower, but I would rather have more than 18 horsepower. Melter of Snowflakes LS swap. We might have to. Well, it can always swap a 20 valve 4HE into it, or a small port 4HE if it's too far gone. Possible. Almost 300,000 miles on that. Poor car has been through a lot. True. Is that only 300,000 miles? I guess it would be. That's how that math works. I guess 470 is high, but it's not that much. Like the Tercel, it's got no 280. I'm thinking of the Jeep engine. Was at 3. It's probably at 340 now. It's not really that much more. It's like 100,000 more. And that engine runs fine. It burns a little bit of oil, but it's not that bad. All right, this is just in here enough that the shims will not fall out. Let's flip this thing over. Nothing fall out, please. Okay, so far so good. We have met a metal plate. Put the old reliable VW 1.9 TDI. We talked about this last stream too. My friend really wanted me to put a TDI diesel in it. Is this going to be a budget build? Not anymore. I think we passed that point. How does this come off? How does this come off? Is this... Oh, there's RTV on both sides of this. This is just a plate that goes around the whole thing. So the thing that I thought was a gasket was actually this metal plate. How do I remove metal plate? Metal plate is stuck. Metal plate is very stuck. Gotta scrape the silicone holding it off. I don't know, are diesel prices ever gonna come back down? I know, they're not ideal. I went to buy this car in Vancouver and it cost, I don't remember, it was really expensive. It was more than $200. It was like $240 or something. Stupid, for diesel. There's nothing in here. That's clean. I got oil on the ground and now it's slippery and I need to clean it up before I spread it around. Not really a lot of places to pry this up from. That's really stuck on there. Okay, that's gone. Putty knife? No, we got it. Did you buy anything from AliExpress to rebuild the engine? No, not yet. I have bought no parts for this engine yet. Putty knife? There's actually a gasket under that mess? Lol, no, there was no gasket. I thought that was a gasket, but it was the windage tray. Oh, never mind, it's just the whole tray. Yes, it is the whole tray. Okay, here's the first thing I saw. That looks normal. That looks normal. That looks normal. Why is this one completely different? Completely different color. Oh, and it's so loose. It should not be that loose. That's a lot of movement. Like, this one's tight. Completely tight. That one, tight. That one, tight. This one, gone. I would say that's the problem. Let's see what the bearing looks like. I'm gonna take that off. I dropped the bolt into the engine. Good thing it's already taken apart. Oh, I found it. Don't even worry about it. There they are. Shredded. Absolutely shredded. Holy. Wow. The bearing is 0.5 millimeter. It's gone. There it is. That was the bearing right there. It's just this thin little layer. Yeah, that is completely gone. Okay, it dropped into the piston. I'm gonna try and pull it out. Let me just push it down a bit more. That's not what you want your bearing to look like. Wow. Where's the rest of it? Oh, that's the rest of it. This has been a development. I mean, this is what I was expecting, but I've never actually gotten to see this on a real engine before. Okay, there it is. Let me grab the rest of the bearing. There it is. That's crazy. So let's bring up a reference picture of what a new bearing looks like. Let me clean my hands. Well, the bearing did bear the load, so good job on it, I guess so. Just use a thicker oil, it'll be fine. Yeah, that's all we need. Okay, if it's just the bearing, that's not a big problem. If we've got other things happening, then it is a problem. Let's look at the crank. Am I crazy to think it doesn't look that bad? Okay, it's a little chewed up. It is a little chewed up. It's not like crazy though. There's no like nothing deep in it. And down there, I mean, that's not ideal, but I don't think it looks that bad. Am I crazy? And all the other ones are good. It was definitely only that one. You could sand it smooth, put thicker bearings. It's actually not all that bad considering how the bearing looked. You should upgrade to the small port oil pump. Is that a good thing to do? Possibly? Should I do that? You're crazy? Rev again and buy engine? Okay, let's get a comparison then. Let's take one of the other ones off. Let me pull off another cap. Here is one that was completely fine. So the bearing's actually still on there. Oh, that's chewed up. Look at that. That's not good. So all of these bearings are bad. Just that one couldn't take it anymore. Okay, that's completely different. This looks completely different from that. It doesn't look that different on camera, but in person, that looks completely different. So maybe that is not ideal. Potentially that could be better. Let's just leave that there for now. I think it is safe to say, even though we didn't take the head off of the engine, we have completed the goal of this stream. We have clearly found what was making the sound. We have a completely destroyed bearing in the engine. You may have worn all the way through the hardened portion of the crank. Yeah, that could be possible. It does, the surface looks completely different. They're not even slightly similar. May need a new crank if you're going to rebuild. Yes. So, I want to look up, what do the new bearings look like? Because I feel like these edges, I feel like there's not supposed to be edges on this. You see that? Like, that's not right. This should be flat. This shouldn't have edges. It's like turned into a U shape. And the transmission is okay. I have no reason to think it wouldn't be okay. For AGE main bearing. Okay, so for reference, this is what bearing should look like. That's what bearing should look like. This is what bearing currently looks like. Autofocus, please. That's crazy. It's still focusing on me. Please focus. Here, manual focus. There. It's got edges. And this is the other half and it looks the same. Autofocus, come back. And now manual. There we go. I know how to camera. So the bearing doesn't look like this one anymore. How much are replacement bearings? Let's take a look. 1988 Toyota MR2. Engine rebuild kit. Okay, no, we just want the bearings. How much is just the bearings? Main bearing. ITM, this is what's in the Tercel. $30 for the entire set of bearings. I think that's right about the bearing transferring to the steel. I think that's right. How about the bearing transferring to the steel? Like, some of the bearing material is on the steel of the crank. Have you never used Rock Auto? Yeah, I've used Rock Auto. Oh, you're talking to Melter of Snowflakes? Yeah, it does look like it's from 1997, not 77. They still sell for this car new? Yes, they do. Toyota still sells them new. Sheesh. Yeah, so I can get the set of bearings for $30. Do they have the whole crank on here? I probably not, right? Crankshaft main bearing, repair sleeve. So, repair sleeve, would this go... I don't know how that works. No, you can't buy a crankshaft on Rock Auto. That's unfortunate. You can buy camshafts. Oh, no, you can't. Never mind. Haven't needed to. I don't work on my own cars anymore. As much as I'd like to. What do we do now? We found the problem. Guys, don't even worry about it. Do not worry. We can buy the crankshaft on Amazon.ca, and it's only gonna cost us the low price of $4,891. Don't even worry about it. That solves our problem. $4,891. I don't think we'll be buying that one. Does Toyota still have internal engine parts available? I feel like some, well, it's not Toyota official parts on Rock Auto. I don't know if you can buy them from Toyota. I don't know how that works. I know that other companies will sell them to you still, new parts, but not Toyota parts. Billet crankshaft? I don't know. Check max speeding rods. This? You're talking about this? What is this? I've never heard of this before. Win a special treat. No, thank you. What am I looking for in here? Wow, they got a lot of crankshaft. So, oh, okay, this is, this makes sense. 88 Toyota. MR2. Search. No, they don't have them. For AGE crankshaft. All the ones on here are like $700. At that point, you find a different engine. That is the plan. If I can't use this crankshaft, then the solution is don't use any of the engine. That's what I'm learning. I have one, but it's staying with the engine. But if you want to buy a whole supercharged engine, let me know. I mean, that would be cool. Good old Scamazon resellers? Yes. I've never used max speeding rods anything, I guess. I can't say anything about them. They don't exactly have the best reputation. I've never heard of them before. Before today, I did not know of this company at all. Are we done? We can't take the head off. We know the bearings exist. I can't talk anymore. We might be done. We know the bearing is exploded and we know we cannot take the head off. We have very clearly found the problem. Facebook partouts might be your friend. Yeah, but nobody's going to be selling a crankshaft. They're going to be selling a whole engine. They're known for cheap junk coilovers, max speeding rods that is low. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you want to tell me about the brand that's on here? Since you've got an opinion on max speeding rods, what do you think about this? These are Godspeed Mono S. Godspeed Mono S. Gas-filled coilover. What's your guys' opinion on this brand? If the crankshaft is bad, the motor is done. Probably it's more cheap to swap the motor. Yes, I believe that is correct. Also, you know what would be really nice? Is to buy a motor that doesn't need any work. I feel like I've gotten enough of the engine rebuilding experience on the Tercel project. If I'm buying an engine, I'm buying one that needs no work. Hopefully. I don't know if I'm doing that yet. We'll find out. We'll make some decisions. We'll make some future plans. Yeah, okay. Honestly, never heard of that, not gonna lie. Should we look them up? Godspeed Mono S. Coilovers. Is it SS? Godspeed is still around? Lol, they are cheap Chinese knockoffs. Buy 2 sets after the first one starts leaking on you. Okay, so far we have a negative opinion. I had these on a previous E30 and rode them for 25,000 miles and they held up great, handled well, and rode smooth. We have a positive opinion. Can't speak to them. Okay, we have a neutral opinion. We have 1 positive, 1 negative, and 1 neutral. I've gained 0 information out of this. Looks like another budget type coilover brand. Does seem so. Superbike motor? Maybe. That high revving engine would be cool. Should I get a Honda engine? Should I make a Honda Toyota? Use at your own risk type brand. All right. Reddit, the mecca of legitimate information law. Perhaps. I guess I gotta do some research on what I want to do now. I think we're probably done streaming for today. I gotta organize all these parts. And that's pretty much it. Sure, are you going with the series? Where are you going with the series? I don't know yet. Swap the Tercel engine into the MR2. We don't need to make this car any less powerful. The 100 horsepower is low enough as is. We don't need to make it less powerful. B series? I'm assuming B series is a Honda engine? Honda B series? Yeah, that was correct. They are 1.6 to 2 liters, and some of them have VTEC. That's cool. So like, what's this 1.8 liter VTEC? B18C. What are the specs on this kind of thing? $8,100 RPM redline. Between 170 and 200 horsepower stock. So this engine stock would almost double the horsepower of the car. If you're looking for a relatively cheap swap that aims for reliability, look into the 2ZR. 2ZR. That's a Toyota engine. 2ZR FE? Inline 4 gas engine built by Toyota starting in 2007. Features an aluminum block and head, dual over cams, dual VVT, variable valve timing. Engine makes 130 to 140 horsepower. Replaced this engine. That could be interesting. So that's slightly less powerful than the Honda. Clap Civic at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's what our goal is. Made good progress tonight, at least. Yes, John, we made very good progress. We know what the problems are. I gotta fix this. How are you guys not complaining about the chat and my camera blocking anything I look up? Let's do some maintenance on the streaming setup. Let's fix this. Okay, this. I gotta move these over here. Is that better? And then the alert box, I'll move it into the middle of the screen over here. There we go. The chat also goes over top of the... Yeah, it does. It goes over the camera. There we go. Professional streamer. VTech kicking in. It sounds like you guys want a Honda engine. Or put an Iron Duke into it. Make your own Pontiac Fiero at home. I've seen multiple Fieros on Marketplace recently. It's fine, it's nothing looks cool, don't worry about it. Your streaming setup is crazy nice, not gonna lie, very good work. Thank you, Ross. Hey, I don't want to complain right about it after the bad news. Yeah. For anyone who hasn't seen the streaming setup, I'll show it to you. If you're new here, this is the streaming rig. It's all self-contained on one rollable platform. I've got wheels on the desk. Wheels on the desk. It's a height adjustable desk, so I can stand up at it. Okay, yeah, it does adjust. We've got camera switcher. This is an iPad. This is the first iPad mini to have a lightning port, so it's very old. Microphone, the receiver for it there. This little Bluetooth speaker is how I'm hearing the music. This is the PC. This is a 4th generation Intel Core i7 4770, I think. We've got 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM and a gigabyte GeForce GTX 1660. That's the computer. And we've got random old 1080p HP monitor. 1440 by 900, 900p resolution Dell monitor. That's the extra one. And then the camera. This is an R50. This is the same camera I use for everything. If I were to stream anything, there would probably be one camera facing at the ceiling while things pass across frame every once in a while. Adjustable height, hell yeah. $1 million streaming rig. Yes. Fantastic setup. Thanks, John. Cool setup. Thanks, OSX man. This was my... I put this together in like half an hour before the first MR2 stream. I think. That's about how it went. This is actually really good for any level of streamer, not just a small channel. People will eventually start getting recommended, and you're going to have a good-sized audience before long. Thanks, Ross. That'd be cool. Maybe if we are streaming, doing a whole engine swap, maybe we'll get some numbers up. That'd be cool. This is probably it for the stream. I'm probably gonna end soon. I didn't bring any water down here, and I would really like to have some water. How could I forget? I didn't even show you my lighting setup. You see this? This cost me $12. It's a USB powered white LED. And it came with the stand. It was $20 for 2 of them, I think, and it came with stands. Oh, I tried to buy this would have been cool for this car too. I tried to buy a Volkswagen VR6, but unfortunately someone got it before me. It was a complete engine with everything, all of the accessories and everything, all wiring harness, all of it, and it was really cheap. It was less than $300, I think. for a complete VR6. Hour and a half later, still just 2 likes. Is that true? I don't even know where to see that. How do you even see that? I have analytics and it's not in the analytics. I see 14? Where was our peak viewership? I can't reference this to where anything was happening. What happened here that so many people left? I don't know. I think it only shows from when you first started watching. Oh, that's slightly better. So what if I actually like open the stream? Can I go to my own YouTube channel? YouTube. ScuffedBits. Oh, I have to watch YouTube ads on my own channel. 26! You guys are all lying. It's so much higher than any of you said. We got 26 whole people who liked this. Don't stress about it. Do stress on it. It's YouTube videos you should focus on. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm recording all these cameras too, so I can take footage out of this and edit them into YouTube videos like I did for the Tercel series. Use Brave, you get no ads. Yeah, but the difference is when I get ads on my videos, I get paid for them. Can I get paid for watching an ad on my own channel? I guess I would, right? Is that how that works? It must be. Yes, but the audio is going to echo? Why? Oh, if I watch my own stream? Yeah, it would, but... yes, it would, you're right. But I didn't have the sound on the stream, probably, so it was fine. Infinite money glitch? Yes, that is the goal. All right, thank you everyone for coming. I think it is time to end stream. We are 2 hours and 38 minutes in. Very good progress today. We found the problem. There's very clearly the bearing is destroyed. I was hoping to get the head off today. We did not do that, but I will maybe buy some sockets for it and we'll do it later. Or maybe next stream we're putting in a different engine. I don't know. Maybe we'll buy a Honda engine. Or a V8 LS in a MR2. Good night to you. When's the next stream? Whenever I figure out what I'm doing. Actually, next stream will probably be electronic stream. Next stream will probably be the crossover thing I was talking about on a previous stream. Doing electronics, design, building, circuits, good stuff. Great to find this channel. I think I might watch the video on this car, then I'll go to bed. All right, sounds good. I would usually advocate to keep things stock, but if you're set on a swap, I think Honda is the way to go. Yeah, I was planning on using the stock engine. It will depend on what I decide to do with this one. If we're fixing this one, it will stay stock. If we're not fixing this one, it will get more horsepower. W stream, thanks Wiener. All right. Thanks, Dookie. Thanks you everyone for coming. OSX Man, Ross, Istalor something, John. Of course, John's here. Thank you, John. Ducky. Who gave me, someone donated on the stream. I'm gonna find their name again. Simon Stevenson, 2850. Thank you for the 20 Canadian dollars. I will get 80% of that? No, I'll get 70% of that. And I will use it for this project. Goodbye, everyone. End stream. I'm still here. I gotta work on these endings. I really gotta work on these endings. By Chad Vanderlinden. By Wiener 5320.